Is the Toronto real estate market heating up? If you've been seeing some of the headlines that come out, you might not really think so. Don't listen to those headlines. The media is usually a few months behind what's actually going on today. Things are definitely very different today than they have been over the last several months. Stick around and watch to the end of this video to see what I mean. What's up everyone, it's Nick Vazquez. If you don't know who I am, I'm a realtor with years of experience helping clients buy and sell properties throughout the GTA. In this video, we're gonna take a look at the stats from the month of February and break down some of the numbers there for the GTA as a whole, and then we're going to take a look at the numbers specifically for Mississauga. If you are thinking of moving, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions that you have and help you make a smooth and successful move. You can call me, text me, email me, or book a one-on-one call with me. The link will be in the description below. Also, if you find some value in this video, if you learned something new, please just hit that like button. I would seriously appreciate it. It does really help me out. Also, if you want to keep yourself informed on everything that's going on in the greater Toronto area real estate market, please consider subscribing to the channel. With that out of the way, let's jump into it and get started with total residential transactions. There were 4,783 sales reported in February, which is down 47% on a year-over-year basis. On a month-to-month basis, the number of sales has increased by a lot compared to February of 2023. These stats are just telling us that activity in the market is increasing, and that is in line with what we're seeing. It seems like consumer confidence has increased a little bit and there are a lot more buyers out there searching for homes. So activity in the market is starting to go back up. Moving on to new listings, there were 8,367 new listings that came onto the market in February, which is a significant decrease of the homes available for sale compared to February of 2022. That number is down 40.9%. This is not a good sign because inventory is really low and continues to be really low, and that is a problem, especially if activity is starting to increase and buyers are starting to come back. The fact that new listings have gone down that much on a year-over-year basis is a little bit of a problem. Moving on to the average selling price. The average selling price for the GTA as a whole is now $1,095,000. That number is down 17.9% compared to last year, but remember, last year was the peak of the market, February 2022. That's when the market was at the highest point, and if we look at a year-over-year basis, we've dropped about 18% from the peak. Also, February of last year was the last month before all the rate hikes start happening, so it does make sense that we're seeing this big of a drop on a year-over-year basis. Some of this decline in the price of homes can be explained by the fact that the share of homes that sold under $1 million is a lot higher in February of 2023 compared to February of 2022. So what I mean by that is that the share of homes that sold under $1 million in February of 2023 was 57% compared to 38% in February of 2022. So if more homes are selling under that $1 million mark, of course, the average of all the homes combined is going to be a little bit lower. I'll explain a little bit more of what's going on in a second. So let's talk about the market as a whole. Even though from a stats perspective, everything is down from last year, which to be honest was expected, that was the height of the market, things are starting to pick up now relative to the very flat and balanced market we've had over the last several months since August of 2022. With activity in the market starting to increase, but new listings are starting to trend downward, that is going to lead to tighter market conditions where we can expect to see the average price start going up. The average price already jumped about $60,000 from January to February of 2023. So, I mean, that doesn't mean that prices are actually going up by that much, but activity is increasing and more homes are selling and prices are starting to inch back up already. If you saw my video last month about the outlook for 2023, what the predictions are for the real estate market, you would have seen that buying intentions for 2023 is up compared to last year. If more buyers do enter the market and there's more people looking for homes, but the inventory remains really low, that increase in demand from the buy side is going to run into that constrained supply of listings, and it is going to put pressure on the market. It's going to increase competition between buyers, especially in the lower price market segments. If you saw the Bank of Canada's announcement last week, they are not raising rates anymore, and that's only going to make more and more buyers feel a little bit more comfortable about entering the market. So this problem is probably only going to get worse. And we're already starting to see this happen. As I've already mentioned, a greater share of the homes that sold in February were under $1 million. And the competition between buyers in that price range is starting to increase. This isn't really a surprise though, like this was expected due to the fact that borrowing costs are really high, so it's easier to afford a lower priced home. And rent prices have gone up like crazy, so a lot of first-time home buyers are looking at buying instead of renting. So the homes that are in that lower price market segment are going to have the most competition, and that is what we're seeing. This supply and demand imbalance is expected to continue throughout 2023, so we can expect to see this trend continue where home prices across the board should start going up throughout the year. But we should definitely be seeing greater increases in price in the lower price market segment, because that's where a lot of the demand is going to be focused on, and that's where a lot of the competition is going to start arising. If you are thinking of buying this year, a great first step would be to just get a free pre-approval so you know exactly where you stand. The market is looking like it's going to heat up as the year goes on, and it's worth it to just get a free approval so you know exactly what your budget is, and then you can plan accordingly. Please reach out if you are thinking of buying. I can connect you with a great mortgage broker who could tell you exactly what you'd be able to buy, and then we can have a chat about where we should be looking and if it's even the right time for you to buy right now. But again, completely free. I would recommend doing this if you are considering making a purchase this year. And if you are thinking of selling, there is a very low amount of inventory right now, and there are a lot of buyers out there despite what the headlines might be saying. There is a really good opportunity right now to get your house sold quickly and at a great price, potentially with multiple offers, as long as you position your home properly. Please reach out to me if you are thinking about selling, and we can go over how we can capitalize on this market and get you the most amount of money for your home. Now let's take a look at the numbers for Mississauga. In February, there are 383 sales in Mississauga, and the average price of a home is now just over $1 million. That number is 17.6% lower than last year, so similar to the GTA as a whole, but it's 9.7% higher than last month. The average price for a detached home is $1.5 million, which is $145K more than last month. A semi-detached will cost you $1,033,000, which is $75,000 more than last month. The average price for a townhome is just over $1 million, which is about $40K less than last month. A condo townhome will cost you $800K, which is $5K more than last month. And finally, a condo apartment averages in at around $612K, which is $15K less than last month. Anyways, that's it for now. I do hope you found this information valuable and informative. If you have any questions, if you are considering making a move, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me, text me, email me, or book a one-on-one call with me. The link will be in the description below. I'd love to answer any questions you have and help you out if you want to make a move, help you make that move a very smooth and successful one. Thank you so much for watching the video. I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you found some value in it, if you learned something new, please just hit that like button. I would seriously appreciate it. It does really help me out. Also, if you want to keep yourself informed on everything that's going on in the real estate market in general, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again for all your support. Have a good week, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.